Happy day, everybody, and welcome back to the show, which is called Mortgage Talk with Mark. And my name is Mark Hairston. I'm your host, and every week we bring on somebody who's got a specialty in a certain field. And if you are a real estate agent who wants to convert more business in 2025, or if you're looking to possibly sell your home in 2025, you definitely want to stay on this call or this show, because I'm going to introduce you to a technology that's very rare and unique. Matter of fact, it's the only like it in the country that is dedicated to primarily residential real estate marketing. And I've got my buddy Bill Crossan with MoveTube is the name of the company. And Bill and I have been friends for a couple years now. And he's coming in all the way from California. So welcome to the show, Bill. It's a little bit early out there, so I appreciate you being on this early out in California.
Hey,
So,
I've been excited to get on here, man. I appreciate you having me on. Thanks for the opportunity, buddy.
well, you're welcome. You're welcome. I've been part of this organization on some level, spreading the good news here locally in the Austin market. It's a national, platform, and I
Hmm.
want you to introduce yourself and talk a little bit about the overall 30,000-foot view of MoveTube and why people need to know about this product.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Bill Cross, and I am the national trainer for MoveTube, and we started piloting this version. It's MoveTube Studio back last year, and just to give you a really simple view of it, if you imagine going on to your TV and watching Netflix, right? Just to go on your TV and you're watching a Netflix show. Or maybe you're looking to buy a home and you're on Zillow, right? You're on realtor.com. Well, wouldn't
On
it
your
be
laptop or your
on
phone or
your
whatever.
laptop, your phone,
Right,
whatever, but
right.
on your TV, what if you could put Netflix and maybe Zillow together and come up with something like MoveTube, right? Where you're sitting in your house with your family looking at your smart TV, and now you can experience home shopping on there, not just in picture format, and details of property information, but how about a beautiful video? How
Yeah.
about a video of the properties, not just in your city, in your territory, but all over the country? And especially these days, people are moving around, from one part of the state to the next. Maybe they're
Sure.
moving from state to state, but MoveTube has created a fun activity for the family to experience and explore and almost look forward and dream to where your next home might want to be. I found
Mhm.
myself, Mark, one time looking in Arkansas because I've never wanted to move there. I didn't know what it was like, but this was an opportunity for me to go on MoveTube, look at properties that are listed there, look at the countryside, just really view it. And here's the part of it, Mark. While we're sitting on our TV, just searching for homes across the country, it's all branded to these real estate agents, right?
Yeah,
And to
exactly.
the lenders. So that's great for them as you're looking at that, but it's integrated. This platform is integrated with iHeartRadio.
Oh, I
So
love it. Love it.
it's so funny because what happens, we have such a long stay time because it's an enjoyable experience. So here we
Mhm.
are with MoveTube. It's to really for sellers to get their property out there to everybody across the country in their marketplace, but in video format and in the comfort of your own home to watch. That is just a great opportunity for sellers to get their property out there. So there's so many specific reasons this is good for not only the buyer and the seller and the real estate agent, but I want you to understand, most of all, what we found was that MoveTube's super fun. Like, people
Yeah.
enjoy it.
Well,
They
as an
just want to
example,
go on a MoveTube and just have a good time and
I
expand and look.
yeah, a few
And
weeks ago, I had some friends over to watch the UT, game versus A&M, and we whipped their butts, you know what I'm saying?
by
But
the
that
way,
wasn't the point, by the way. But the point is, my friends were saying, "Man, Harrison, that's a really nice television," because 'cause I've got this big, beautiful TV on the
yeah,
wall, and when I go on the MoveTube, it's fun just to go through MoveTube and experience it, because it's a whole
yeah,
different way of looking at properties. I'm not gonna go I could go on my cell phone or a laptop, but when it's on the TV, it gives you a whole different experience. And your whole like you
yes.
say, your whole family could do it together, you know?
Yeah, we in the past we've had, maybe my wife is looking on her phone and I'm looking on my phone at different properties. It's even like Christmas shopping right now. We're both on, Amazon on two different phones and having to share. But what if we could just do that experience on TV? And that's what this is all about, on your comfort of your own TV. But when you're talking smart TVs, Mark, it's so beyond just seeing pictures and videos. This does so much for the realtor and for the consumer
Yeah.
to make it convenient for them, easy for them, fun for them, productive for them.
Yes.
And so as we get into this conversation, we'll start talking about the features that really move the needle for everybody.
Yeah.
Because it's awesome.
I can't speak for your market out in California, but in Austin, Texas, I can tell you one thing: there are lots of properties on the market. I mean, we are at record inventories, and you've got to stand out separately. Marketing is key to selling homes.
No
And
question.
MoveTube brings an element that that no other platform really gives you. Like you said, it's a combination of what you said, Zillow and Netflix.
Right.
So let's talk about some of the bells and whistles of MoveTube and why
Sure.
it may benefit sellers and why realtors want to know about this product. Okay, they can only get it through lenders. If I'm hear you right.
That is correct. That is correct. So the lenders and the real estate agents for decades, their relationship super important. A lot of the business had always been, cultivated by the agents and not as much by the lenders, whereas it's flipped a little bit now. And the lenders are really leaning into something like MoveTube because it's helping the realtor partners, right? And if it's helping the realtor partners, that means that the sellers must really love this product.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And so
it's gained a lot of momentum.
Oh, it sure has. And the only reason is, it just makes sense, Mark, when we think about it. MoveTube, when I think about MoveTube, here's the simple part of it. I want to buy a house. Okay. So realtors forever have been marketing to us to see who wants to buy homes, who wants to list their home, right? But the fact is, with this NAR settlement situation, everything's changed, right, Mark? Everything's changed.
Yeah, touch on that a little bit for people who don't know.
Yeah, so just the NAR settlement agreement really stated something that was obvious and always true, that sellers could negotiate their commissions now.
Sure.
They always could.
Always could.
There was a lot of kind of misinformation out there that caused a little panic and made sellers think at some point, hey, I can just talk to 10 agents and see who'll give me the cheapest commission. But that really, what that did was cause a little panic in the buyer side of things, right? So the buyer agents, now what are they to do? They have to get these new agreements and make an adjustment. And what happened, Mark, was now all of a sudden everyone's going after the same client, which is the seller.
That's right.
Everyone wanted listings.
That's right.
Listings.
They still do.
They still do, and they always did. Those are the professional real estate agents. So
that's right.
I believe that it's okay. Like, I prefer they stop calling themselves listing agents and buyer agents. I believe they're a real estate agent, a professional realtor is what they are. And they do both.
Exactly.
And you know what I mean? So the NAR thing just really tightened the screws and caused a lot of people to actually leave the industry. Those that were part-time. But here we are now. It's very defined and clear what's going on. Realtors need listings. They want listings. The sellers love MoveTube. This is what we found out. And it was so timely when this announcement with NAR came out, because MoveTube had already been launched, the studio version. And it took off, because as soon as a seller, when you're at a listing presentation and you've got the typical real estate agent that does all the marketing, all the things that we do on social media, videos, they all do about the same thing.
Sure.
When a seller finds out you can put their home on TV, they go crazy. They love it. They can't believe it.
Love it. I love it.
Can instantly show them right there at the listing presentation on their smart TV. So, you know, that's just a deal game changer right there. So now here we go.
Huge conversion strategy.
Oh my goodness. Listing conversions for sure. But the fun side of things, Mark, let's get into the platform, because
real quick, if you're a consumer, tell me how I get onto MoveTube. If I want to go shop for houses today, what would I do? How do I download this thing? Number one.
Right. So you've got MoveTube. AI. You can go straight in there. And as a consumer, real estate agent, or lender, you could look at that. But here's the thing: get on your phones, get on your TV. If you have an LG or a Samsung, get into the App Store. It's already in those TVs. Makes me want to go to Costco.
A Roku?
Roku.
You don't have a Roku.
What if you don't have a Roku? Is that what you said?
Yes. Or do you have that?
No, sir.
No,
no sir. So any streaming TV, we could do Apple TV, Google TV, could have a Roku, a Fire Stick. But even on your regular TV, if it happens to be an LG or Samsung, they've already put it into that TV, which is super cool.
Awesome.
Makes it super easy. Yeah. Good. So you can get on there. And once you get on there, and what we're finding is that the realtors and the lenders are really driving that, because as we share marketing pieces with MoveTube, they all have QR codes.
Yeah.
And those all instruct everyone on how to not only put it on their TV, but how to go look at that particular property right then. And the benefit of that is now we've just cookie branded them for the consumer to be able to see everything, but also see that one realtor's brand on all the listings.
Yeah. From anybody in the country looking.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Super cool.
How about open houses? You mentioned something that that's a great tool for open houses too. Let's explore that a little bit, because a lot of sellers want that.
Yeah, so sellers want an open house, so they have the buyers come in, right, Mark? And something that we've always had a problem with the last 20, 30 years is when they fill out that information and they come in, we'd like to know who's coming in the home, right?
Sure.
But it's scribble scratch sometimes. You can't see, the name or the number to follow up. Right. So that's one problem when we have safety security things too. So we really want to find out who's coming to our open houses. So what we do, we have an open house flyer that includes a property card. And the property card describes every single thing about the home. And audio tours, property videos, you can't imagine. I'll talk more about that in a second.
Okay.
But the open house, you go in, you click on the QR code, we capture your information, and we send you a video. Because MoveTube takes the listings from the MLS, all that information and pictures, and we create a nice video, just a teaser, right? Just a teaser video to throw up there and give you an idea of what that house is like. So when you hit that QR code in the open house, buddy, we're going to text you immediately that video. We're also going to prompt you another question as you're about to walk in this open house. MoveTube wants to know if you'd like to hear an audio tour of this home while you're going through here. And it's about 1.5 minute audio tour, almost 2 minutes.
Wow.
But here's the kicker. Of course, they want to hear that. But then we ask them, in what language might we be able to share with you? Perhaps Spanish, Chinese?
Sure.
We want to give them the opportunity to hear it in their comfortable language.
In their native language, yeah.
Absolutely, because it allows them to relax and really get a sense of what they're looking at, and also to share. Now imagine when they have that information to share to their family in their native language.
Yeah, I love that. And Austin's a very international city, like Houston or LA or whatever. So we have people from all over the world moving here,
Oh yeah.
So that's a beautiful
it's great. So really MoveTube is really just make things fun and easy. It's just time. Like we used to do things with open houses in the 80s and 90s. It's not necessary anymore to do that. Right. Why do we even go to an open house, Mark? We go there so we can look at the home. Well, now we have this AI technology. We have MoveTube where we can show you everything from your own house. I don't know that you need to drive across to see it, because if you use MoveTube, you can look at it. You can see all the videos. You could set an appointment to tour the house on the MoveTube channel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's
it's all about making things easier, simple. Let's get the things that are messy out of the way. Yeah. And let's just be real and put on some new glasses in this post-pandemic time. And let's just be a little more direct and give people what they need and what they want. It just makes sense, right? And it makes easy convenience. So, Yeah, the open house, that multilingual feature is incredible. But we also have something, a flyer that says, a marketing flyer. For every open house, we always have that neighborhood canvassed, letting them know that this home is featured on TV.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
now all of a sudden, does the neighbor really need to come over to the house and look in that house on the open house? Maybe they just look on their TV and share that with
Yeah.
somebody else.
Yeah.
But most importantly, Mark, what I just did, that real estate agent just let some people know that they have MoveTube, and when they list homes, they have them featured on TV on a national streaming portal. And that's powerful. And next
Oh,
thing you know,
sure.
they're getting another listing, Mark.
Yeah. Well, that
That's
share button is, like you said, that share button is invaluable too, because people want to share with family and friends what they're looking at, and they see that stuff
absolutely.
on their phone or whatnot. They're like, wow, this is impressive. They've never seen
Yes.
anything like this. This is the only product like this as I know of in the whole country. Correct?
No, I mean, if I'm a real estate agent, Mark, and I'm competing with 10 others, and I don't care what market it is, there's a very good chance I come in after those 10. Those other ones cannot create my AI voice, my voice. We record it. We clone your voice as a realtor, as a
Mm-hmm.
lender. So your voice, which is your number one brand, by the way,
Mm-hmm.
will be utilized in all these videos that we're creating and stories we create. We can use your voice. And Mark, last time I checked, you speak English. You do not speak fluent Spanish, correct?
Cerveza. That's about it.
Yeah. Well, guess what? You do now, because
You
I
do
heard
now. Yeah.
you do
Yeah.
now. 'Cause I heard it. I've heard you speak Chinese too.
I've tested that too. You showed that to me. That's a
Yeah.
beautiful feature, man.
I
That's
mean,
so
it's
fun.
just, yeah, that's what it is.
And
But
so
geez,
through AI, these agents can, have a, uh, tell us more about the AI portion of it,
yeah. So I'll
how
tell
it
you,
works.
if I run into a real estate agent, right now, and I talk to them about MoveTube, here's what I'm telling them. Listen, you got to get MoveTube because sellers love it. They really love it. It puts their homes on TV, and you get to clone your voice as a real estate agent, okay, using multiple languages. You now are going to be using QR codes so that you can start driving all of your potential clients to this portal and away from these other spots they're going to, be it Zillow or wherever.
Right.
Why wouldn't you just have them go to MoveTube
Exactly.
and have your brand with them? And here's what I would say to that real estate agent. I would let everyone know in that marketplace, I've got this right now. It can't be a secret anymore, Mark, because once the sellers find out, they
Mhm.
want it.
They want it.
That's just the way it is. And it's simple. Yeah, there's a fun, cool factor to it, but don't get it twisted. It's AI juiced. And once you do these videos, Mark, and you put in your audio tours with these languages, and we put that from our portal into YouTube, which, by the way, Google owns YouTube, and boom, we're showing up on Google page one
Uh-huh.
a lot,
Yeah.
almost every time.
Yeah.
There's been properties that we put in, and within 24 hours, we actually jumped Zillow and Realtor.com a few times.
That's amazing.
Now, why is that? Because they don't have video content like us, but it's because of the video.
Right.
And we actually lengthened our video, Mark, from when you first started, it was 30 seconds. Now it's close to a minute. And that put
Yeah.
us in a different category into shorts, which
Yeah.
just took us off. So now all of a sudden, I'm going to a seller and saying, listen, I'd love to list your home. I'm going to put it on TV. I'm going to get that thing absolutely shot all over, because we don't have to have people come to us now to see this on a Saturday open house from 11 to 1. They can
Right.
come if they want to, but they
Sure.
can look at it right now.
Sure.
They can look at it right now in their native language. Let's go. Let's make things easier. But most importantly, you're differentiating yourself. And this is the same for the sellers too.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Well,
Buyers, it's just fun.
and you touched on, it's fun for buyers, but we're talking about trying to sell properties too.
All right.
you know,
Yeah.
and getting more eyeballs on properties. And like you said a minute ago, the video is so valuable because of Google and
Mhm.
YouTube's relationship, that, like you say, you're going to have better exposure on Google than you would otherwise, for sure.
No question about it. And I think that when you tell a seller the things that you're going to do to push their property out, when they know we're not sure how open houses are going to be going this next few months due to that NAR scenario, things have changed a little bit.
Sure.
They want the most eyes to see it for sure. And can you imagine coming in there and just everyone else puts the sign up and social media and all those things, and you're going to have an open house, and they're the sellers, by the way, they love open houses because they think they're getting the buyer, but it is a hassle, isn't it, Mark, to get ready for an open house for sellers?
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
it's
Takes a lot of
team.
time.
Yeah, and then they're gone for a couple days a weekend. Imagine if you could get to the point where you could just do a virtual open house.
Mm-hmm.
That
Mm-hmm.
would be incredible because people could go on MoveTube and schedule their own appointments. It's not a big deal, and you can tour that home when you want to.
And you can also, like you mentioned before, you can share the shorts or the links to all your social platforms. Facebook or
Absolutely, directly from it. Yeah, directly
Instagram.
from it. So once you get the platform, every property that's there, these agents can easily share those things to any of their social media platforms. And that's the thing with AI. A lot of this stuff is so automated. People think, wow, there's this big MoveTube platform. AI is here to make things easy.
Yeah.
Make
Yeah.
it easier, quicker. It's not a big deal at all. Just a couple buttons. And the next thing you know, you've got these codes, QR codes sent out there and shared. But it is important too to let all the people you've done business with that you've helped in the past and that trust you as a professional, let them know they have access to this product.
Right.
It does not cost the agents anything. It does not cost the consumers anything. They should have access to that. And
Yeah.
don't keep it a secret.
Yeah, let's talk about that. We haven't even touched on the cost of this thing because it's
Mhm.
handled by the loan officer, the mortgage broker, you know,
Yes, sir.
the
It's
subscription base, and everything else to the agent or certainly the consumer is free,
yes.
you
And
know?
that's what and really because the agents have done so much for us on the lending side over the years.
Yeah,
And
time to
we've
give
done
back.
plenty for them too. But now it's time to give back from the lending side. And how you
Right.
do that is, yeah, you're paying your fee once a month, but you can help up to 50 real estate agents have access to this, which means 50 agents past client databases now have access to it. So those 50 agents should be able to get more listings. And here's the thing, Mark. Last time I checked, loan officers do loans, not homes.
Right.
So now all of a sudden, why would a lender then want MoveTube if it helps realtors get listings? Because they've helped you get business too. And now
Yeah.
you're leaning back into them with a value product to help them move their needle.
Right.
Because listen, here's the thing, Mark. We say that we do loans as lenders and we don't do homes, but it's something like 61% of every home that's listed, the seller needs a loan.
Yeah.
The
That's
seller
right.
needs a loan.
Yeah, 2 out of 3 probably. Yep.
Yeah, so that's fine too. But again, I will say the reason I would do this as a loan officer is it gives me the most supreme value add item that any other lender in the country can give to their preferred realtor they want to work with.
No question about it. No
And
question
that's
about it.
just the bottom line. I feel like when you have MoveTube as a loan officer, I'll call any agent. I don't care where they're at, what region. There's no reason they wouldn't talk to me, and there's no reason they wouldn't love MoveTube. And
Yep.
they know their sellers would love MoveTube. They would jump all over it. But now they can't have it unless that lender can, connect with them and
No.
co-brand that, which is an easy transition. And
Easy. I've done it many,
yeah,
many times.
yeah. And listen, I believe it's time to just like I said, post-pandemic, be clear and transparent about your intentions with everybody in our industry. If you'd
Mhm.
like to work with this superstar realtor and you're a lender, tell him that or her
Yeah.
that and
Right.
tell them I have something that can move your needle, right? And then on the other side too, sellers, like tell your past clients, I have something that can put your home on TV when and if you decide to sell.
Yeah.
And just sharing that
And that's
opportunity.
the other thing. That's the other thing because, these realtors and including myself, we have large databases of previous clients. It's a great reason to reach back out
Mm.
to bring a value add to them that they've never seen before, and they're gonna love it.
Yeah, and I think you're really doing a disservice big time by somebody who trusted you. They trusted you, and it's a big purchase. It's a
Yeah.
big loan, and they need you. And if we kind of drop the ball and forget about them, they have to work with somebody else. And we don't know that that somebody else is best for them.
Yep. That's
They're
right.
going to have to take a chance again, and that's our fault. And I believe we need to make sure that we stay close to them. They're the ones who
It
trust.
is. It's a fiduciary responsibility. That's what you're
It really
licensed to do,
is. Yes,
is to
sir.
serve your clients. So we've only got, like, a minute left. This went fast, Bill, and as I figured it would. Leave us with some, last minute, you know, ideas we need to take back with this, with MoveTube.
Yeah,
Highlight.
well, let's go from let's just talk about the sellers. The sellers love this, and I want everyone to really understand that as we look at this, my opinion really doesn't matter. Mark, yours doesn't matter. Any real
Sure.
estate agents doesn't matter. What matters is the seller. If they love this product, then those agents will love this product, and they do. They do
Yeah.
love it. And so, bottom line, if you're a real estate agent, you want to win more listings, this is a listing conversion tool, and this will help you move the needle. Make sure you find a fantastic loan officer that you trust and partner up quick,
With
because
Mark
this
Hairston?
thing,
Are you saying Mark Hairston?
well, Mark Hairston goes without saying. I mean, the Texas Thunder. Come on. What are you talking about? Jeez. But Mark, listen, man, it's been great connecting with you too, not just in this little chat, but I speak to you often. And
Yeah.
I'm excited about Austin area in Texas. I talk about it all the time. You guys are booming there. So with this
I
move
know.
to,
We're
we're
excited
killing
about it. We gotta wrap this thing up, Bill, but I appreciate your time. I know it's early out there in California, but you've given a lot of good ideas on why this is the future in real estate marketing.
it. It really
So I'm gonna
is.
let you go, but we'll talk soon.
Okay, buddy. Take care.
Thanks again. Bye-bye.
Yep.